Yeah.
Fire City Racing.
Where's yours?
We just live here on Friday night, that's all.
Hi, you're watching Hometown Cable. This is What's Going On Here. I'm Bob Venn, and we have some guests, and we're at the racetrack tonight. We're in the old Agway building on, what's the name of this street? Locust Street in Champlain, as you head toward Perry's Mills. And I'm standing with, Calvin had an idea, it might be called the Smith Brothers, except that one doesn't have a beard. So is this his dad and son? We're Bob Sr. and Bob Jr. And hi, guys, and thank you very much for consenting to be with us on TV. And this is a brand new racetrack here in Champlain. And this is Friday night. You race on Friday night?
Friday nights and Sunday afternoons.
What time on Sunday afternoon?
Sunday afternoon we start at 1 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah.
And before we start here, I understand that if anybody wants to come up in the village or from anywhere in our viewing area and want to watch, they can just walk in.
Right. They just walk in.
No charge,
no
right?
Charge, no.
And you can buy some soft drink and
That's
some
right.
candy bars and help the club, right?
Sandwiches, we got everything.
All right.
Yep.
Well, before we start out, Bob, let me tell us who Bob Smith is and where you're from.
Well, I'm from Williamsport, Pennsylvania originally.
You came a long way?
Yeah. And then I went to Syracuse, met my wife, and then we come up here.
Okay.
I've been up here about, I've been up here since 1963.
Well, that's a long time. You're a native nearly. That's 27 years.
Right.
You were born here?
No, I was born in Syracuse, New York.
All right. Now, so what have you been doing the last 27 years?
Driving truck.
All this time you're driving truck? Okay, and presently you're driving for...
Diamond Comics out of Baltimore, Maryland.
And you deliver comic books?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Maybe some of the comic books you people look at out there have been delivered by this man, right?
That's true.
These are comic books, I understand most of them are printed in Canada.
Yeah, they're all printed.
And they're stored here over at Derringer. They're imported,
Right.
and then Derringer's the broker on them.
Right.
And then you pick them up here and you distribute.
Yeah.
And you told me you leave on Tuesday and come back on Friday?
Yeah.
And when you're not doing that, you're playing with
We're
cars.
playing with the cars.
Huh?
That's
Well, what's the story here? What is this organization called, Bob?
Well, we're called
You looked at me right here,
we're
too.
called Lake Champlain RC Racing Club, and we started this about a year ago in October. We started with a few friends of ours, Scott Blondo and David Roberts. We were racing behind Scott's father-in-law,
Arnold Gagnon.
who's Arnold Gagnon. We were racing behind the barn, where the barn was, in the dirt. And we wanted someplace to race in the wintertime. So we looked for a place to race inside so we could race 7 days a week if we wanted to, rain or shine.
Would you race 7 days a week if you had a
Sure
chance?
could.
Yeah, you could race
sure
that
would.
often?
Yeah.
All right, there's a lot of people in here already. We're about nearly an hour from starting this, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, then there came a point that you started to race these cars inside.
Yeah.
Last winter.
Where was that?
That was in
February 23rd. We started in Morrisonville,
Yeah.
in the school,
St. Alexander School.
with Arnold Agway.
And then now you'd go down there. Was that part of your club there?
No, that was, we supported him. We
Okay,
went
that was
there.
a Plattsburgh group?
Yeah, and a lot of them here went there, and this was every Saturday night, and they was always there.
Okay,
All
once
the
a week
time.
you were doing this?
Yep.
All right, and then you started up in this area somewhere along the line? You formed a club?
We started ours in July of this year in Moores, and then things went backwards there, so we had to find another place. So we found this one.
And you've been here since?
Yep.
October 1st.
October 1st here?
Yep.
You live in Moores.
I live
you
in
live in
Moores.
Rouse's Point.
Yep.
And here you're both in Champlain.
Right.
And I understand that we hear your wife's voice nearly every day.
That's right.
And what does she do?
She's a telephone operator.
Telephone operator,
Right.
the Champlain Telephone Company.
Yeah.
An odd thing happened yesterday. I called their home to talk about a time for this, and there was no answer. So I said, well, maybe you're up at the old Agway building, so I tried to get the number. So I called the operator and I asked, do you have a number? That's a brand new place called the Lake Champlain Racing Club. And she said, no, Bob, I don't. And she says, this is Doreen. And I said, what do you want? And then I told her, and right from there, I went right on, right? Okay, so it's dad and son. Now, you are the president of the club, and you are an officer?
Yeah.
What,
More or less.
what's your title?
I don't have one.
You don't have a, but you're active.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you took over this building. You rented the building,
Right. We rented the building for a year with the option to buy.
right? And you have done what in here so far?
Yeah, we've completely.
You laid a track,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
which is a rug.
Yeah. But we had a lot of walls we had to tear out, rooms we tore out.
Yes, right. This is the old Agway with the farm equipment. That was the
That's
old
right.
storeroom over there.
Yeah.
There was a wall up here.
Yeah.
This pegboard on the side, did you put that up?
No, that was here.
That was in the display room where they had the small items.
Right.
Well, what are these things hanging up there? They look like something from outer space.
Those are the controllers for your car. Without that controller, your car's not going to run.
So what will happen, Bob Jr. here? What do we do? You turn that little handle on there?
There's that steers it. The handle steers it, and the trigger where you put your finger, that runs it backwards or forward.
Well, years ago out in the Old West, you came into a bar, you had to hang your guns up.
That's
so you have to hang your controllers up here?
Right.
Why are they hung up there?
That's so that when they're hung up here and there's a man out on the track with his car, we know he's not going to have interference because there's a gun left on.
All right, there's a lady sitting right here.
That's right.
And her name is who?
Arlene Smith. That's my
Arlene
wife.
Smith. And gosh, that's your wife. And Arlene, good evening.
Good evening.
What are you doing here? I don't mean here, but what are you doing right at this point?
I take registration for the cars.
What does that mean?
Well, they come in, they pay $5 for their first car and $3 for their second, and I set up for the races.
If they have 3 cars, they pay 3 again?
Yep, for their.
And they pay you, then you take their controller and you hang it up?
Yep.
Until it's time for them to race?
Yep.
I knew that because she told me that ahead of time. I didn't know that. What are these things here?
These are lap counters. That's how they count their laps when they go around.
Okay, so a guy will come, the people will come in. Not to be a guy, can be a gal too, right? We got any
They pick
lady
their
racers?
Yeah, they pick their own lap counters and whoever they want to count for them, and we race for 3 minutes, and whatever they get in their 3 minutes are.
So the winner is decided on how many makes the most laps, not who
Right.
gets there first.
Right.
All right, and so they'll come up here, give you the money, and then you hang up their
Right.
item, and then there's going to be various races, correct?
Right.
All right, let me see what can tell me about that. Bob, you tell me now, on the races, there'll be how many races tonight? Or let's say the first race. What happens in the first race?
The first race, we take the first 4 cars that she calls out, and we put them on the track, and we run for 3 minutes. Your heats are 3 minutes, and they run 2 heats. Each bunch will run 2 heats, and then we count their laps for the 2 heats. Then that debates whether they go in the A main or the B main.
Each person who is in that race will run 2 separate laps.
Right.
2 separate,
2 separate heats.
Heats.
Yep.
How many can race at one time?
We run 4 cars. We have run 5, and but any more than 5 cars, it's too many on the track.
Okay.
And, because the parts are expensive for me. You get a lot of breaks.
I'll bet they are. You have a car of your own?
Yes, I do.
Remember, the camera's out here. Let's get your face in this too. All right, here. What kind of car do you drive? There are different kinds, I understand.
There's different kinds. I drive an open wheel, which is it's a chassis with a body in it, and the wheels are open. There's no body parts covering the wheels. That's one class. I run, and in the open wheel, I run a car sponsored by Lee Carter.
You have
Senior.
sponsors
Yes.
besides?
Yeah.
Does he own the car?
He owns the car. He owns
And he
the
has his
radio,
own driver here?
and I drive it. Yeah. And last week was the first week that I took the car out, and in the feature I took 3rd place.
All right.
So.
Are
and then-
cars different very much?
Yeah.
You have to learn them, huh?
There's each different car you have to learn the way it handles. And I also am sponsored by Lee Carter's son, which I drive a grasshopper truck.
It sounds like
But-
big time here.
Well, yeah, I did.
And you don't have to worry about the rain on you either, do you? Like you do at
Right.
you don't get rained out. You might get snowed out before the winter's over, though.
That's true.
Huh?
That's true. But
What about
see, that-
last Sunday with all that snow we had?
Well, last Sunday we didn't race.
You didn't
we,
race?
We were in here working, but the weather was bad last weekend.
Okay, we'll take a short break here. We'll come right back to you. You're watching What's Going On Here. I'm Bob Venn. Bob Smith. Bob Smith. Not brothers. You see, they don't each have the beard. Father and son. I'm not related. Venn. Smith. We'll be right back. You're watching Hometown Cape. Here we are, right here. We're looking at one of the vehicles. It looks like a truck. What's it called?
This is what they call a grasshopper truck.
All right. I suppose I should ask next. Why a grasshopper truck? What is
Well-
it? Is it jumps?
No, it's a different type of truck.
And only grass. You have a special. Oh, whoop!
Oh,
this,
yeah.
Yours is apart.
Yeah. You can take the bodies off them to change whatever is broke. Take the bodies off and you change whatever you got to change.
Is this one of Mr. Carter's that you talked about?
No, this is my
This
own.
is your own. Okay. Well, tell me what we're looking at here.
Okay. Right here, this here is electronic speed control. This is what makes it go forward and backwards.
Yeah.
And this takes your signal from your radio puts it to your antenna, and runs your motor.
Motor's in the front. That makes sense.
The motor is changeable. You can take them out. You can change the brushes, the gears, the armatures, and everything you can change in them. And the tires that's on here are real radial tires.
Not much air in them.
There is no air. They create their own air with holes in the wheels. They create their own centrifugal force.
Not very heavy either, is it?
No.
Okay.
Only about 3.5, 4 pounds.
Is it very sturdy? Does it break very often?
You can break them, yes. I put, this is my third frame on this one. But they are durable.
Are these springs in here?
Yep. They're regular shocks like you have on a car.
Shocks?
Regular shocks. You can buy oil-filled shocks for them, and the oil-filled shocks cost $25 a pair.
How much?
$25 a pair.
$25 for oil shocks.
And you can spend up to $50 for a pair of shocks.
Get a good ride, but there's nobody riding it. What does it do? Help to stabilize it or
Yep.
something? Is that what it
When you go
does?
around the corner, it keeps the pressure on the wheel so that it doesn't let this wheel lift up. The same thing like a car going around
So
the
the wheels, are they individually operated?
Yep.
I mean, they're individually...
individual suspension. Yep.
Independent suspension.
Yep.
Okay, what else do I see here then now?
This here is called the steering servo.
Okay.
This takes the steering from your radio and puts it through the antenna and steers your wheels right or left.
And they react very, very quickly,
Oh,
right?
Yes. Yeah. Instantaneous.
Okay.
Okay, and this here is a receiver. Without a receiver, you will get no contact.
It goes in here then down into the receiver?
Yeah, and that
And from there it goes back to here, from this
Right.
goes back to the motor?
Right.
All that takes place
Split second.
split second. And this is strictly a very
Flex hand body.
flexible
Plastic.
plastic body that I understand comes clear. And then you paint it the way you want. Is
Paint
that-
it the colors you want to paint it, the design you want to paint it, however you want to paint it is at your discretion.
Now this, you painted it all red first,
I painted it all purple first.
and then you painted the inside.
it pink.
Oh, I thought you painted it all pink, and then you left wherever there was no blue. It was left over. All right, let me just look at how is yours different than this? Is it different
No.
at all? Very much.
Yeah. See now his rear wheels on his truck is independent suspension.
Okay, his go off at an angle.
Right.
And now here it shows
See,
it this
mine
way
don't.
here. His is up and down.
Mine just goes up and down.
All right.
It just works up and down. And that's why they call this the grasshopper. This is what they call a closed rear end in these.
Okay.
This truck is my sponsor, the people that I work for.
They sponsor you too. They help to pay for the vehicle.
They sponsor my car, my truck.
I got a couple of cars. You think they sponsor me? I wouldn't want to come in your. I mean, they're real cars.
Well, they
Did
might
they
do
sponsor
that.
those too, maybe?
They
As I
might
run
do
around the village.
They might do that. I'm going to talk to them because I
Yes.
got a couple cars too. Then they can.
Calvin's brother Sam runs around
Right.
with a truck that says "Hometown Cable" on the front. You
True.
know, that's all
That's
good
true.
advertising.
That's
All right,
true.
let us see your weapon over here that you have here now. Let me put this down for you. Now this is your
controller.
okay.
That's
Hold
your
it up here. They
controller.
can see. Now what happens with this?
This is what turns your wheels.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
turn it. If you want to go right, you turn it right. If
That's
you turn
right.
it left, okay.
That's true. And then this is your speed is forward, and this is reverse.
Looks very easy.
It is.
I'll
You
bet.
wanna try
I will later. Yes, I will. I will. See if I
have
can
to.
do that.
You will have to try that.
All right. And
But it's very interesting.
okay, let's talk money a little bit now.
Well,
A vehicle like this. What are we talking about investment right there?
well, to buy that kit, you can buy that kit for about $110.
The kit.
Yep, that's just the truck. And that's with nothing in it, no electronics or nothing.
Well, then you put those in separate.
Then you're talking another $120 for your controller and your electric.
What are we talking about when they're sitting right here, right tonight? Approximately.
About $300. $350.
And the one you just had.
This one right here,
The
I paid,
oh, this one. All right.
when I bought this, I bought my truck, the radio, my charger, and a battery. Cost me $221.48.
Hey, he keeps track, doesn't he? 48 cents. No, all right. That was good. I forgot to ask you. These things can't just run by. Oh, you got to have some kind of a power. What
Battery.
kind of a battery?
Battery. Yep.
Inside of here.
Yep. There's a 6-cell battery, rechargeable, that you charge off a regular battery charger.
7.2 volt battery.
Yeah.
But I think you told me before that a race lasts 3 minutes,
Yeah, we run for 3 minutes.
and the batteries only last for the one race.
Yeah, then you got to recharge it.
So you got to have two sets. How long does
Yeah.
it take to charge?
15 minutes.
Oh, you charge them in 15 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Calvin's battery in his camera will run up to 2 hours. I say up to 2 hours because it doesn't always run 2 hours, and don't plan on 2 hours just because it says it. All right, now what do we have here?
Calvin's battery.
Listen, Calvin's battery needs charging, I'll tell you that. Okay, we can get away with that, I guess.
Now
Right.
this is the one that sponsors me. This is called the open wheel.
Open wheel.
Open
Means
wheel.
there's nothing over the top of the wheel.
As you can see, your wheels are wide open. And of course, when you're driving, when you're running on the track, another car could hit your wheel and send you out of the way or
Yeah.
him out of the way.
Is that legal?
Well, we don't do it on purpose.
But it happens.
It happens.
It happens often.
Yeah. Now here, this one's got a battery in it.
There's your 6 units for the battery.
There's 6 C cells, and they're soldered together in sequence, so that you don't short out the battery and short out your receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also, if you hook them up wrong, you can short out electronic speed control. And that's $79.
Now your
it gives
motor's
you
in the
money.
back on this one.
Yeah, this one here is driven from the rear end,
Okay.
and this has got a 2-to-1 gear reduction rear end and transmission in it. Now,
Big things happening here in Champlain. Big monies out here, and lots of things happening. And if you don't never seen this, it'd be worth your time. Anybody out there in the north, in hometown cable land, come out here and see what these people are doing. They really enjoy what they're doing. They're just big kids, is what they are,
That's
right?
true.
And the only difference between men and boys is the price of their toys, right?
That's right. Can I interrupt for a minute?
Sure.
Now, this is the man that's responsible. This is Arnold Agway. This is Bob Van.
Arnold, how do you do, Arnold?
This is his-
Calvin Castine
Hi,
behind the
how you
camera
doing?
with Hometown Cable. You're on What's Going On Here. I'm Bob Venn, and as our show, and we're talking. Tell us about him.
This is the man that's responsible for what we're doing today.
How did that come about? What do you mean you're responsible?
He
It sounds like he's trying to blame you for
He
something
started
here.
playing in the dirt, and then he
No.
wanted followers.
Just a bunch of kids started
Yeah.
playing in the dirt on a Sunday, and
Yeah.
we tried our luck over in Vermont and had good luck with it. And basically, we tried to find out why nobody had it over here, and apparently nobody wanted to attempt it. And I just went out with a friend of mine, and this is how it all began.
And where are you from?
I'm from West Shazy.
West Shazy. Oh, we're spreading out now. We're down as far as West Shazy, but I hear they come from long
Oh,
distances.
yeah.
Is someone going to be here from Montreal?
Albany, they come from Albany.
Albany?
We got a man here from Albany. We got guys come over from Vermont. They come from all over.
Milton, Vermont.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had drivers at our tracks from Virginia and
Yeah.
all over.
Oh, yeah.
So even though you're not a club member, of which you have how many club members?
We've got about 108 registered.
So you don't have to be a member to race here.
No, you don't have to be a member.
If I buy one of these cars advertised on Hometown, not Hometown, but that home buying network
Yeah.
for $29, can I come over here and
You
race?
come over and run it.
I wouldn't go very far, would I, probably?
No, but you can still run it.
Could run it. Probably my speed, too.
That's true. We're
It's
all,
all
we're
for
all
the fun of it.
All for the fun of it.
That's right.
Well, yes. Now, do you have any children?
Yes, I
You
have
married?
2 boys.
Are they
Married.
here with you?
Yep, 13
There you
and
go,
11.
folks. It's not just the big boy. They bring their children. Look at the young people here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. I see. There's some more over there. They're here with their father, their mother, their parents, their grandfather,
Neighbors.
and they're enjoying it. And it's a nice, clean spot. Bring your children up, and we'll let them see these races here. Maybe they'll want you to buy them a car, Dad. And
Yeah, Christmas is coming.
so are you here on Sunday too? You come both days?
I try and come as much as I possibly can.
Yeah. And you practice one night a week.
We practice Wednesday night.
Anybody or any just members? Does that
No,
cost any money for anybody?
No, it don't cost nothing to practice.
So all of the expenses here, the rent, the lights, the heat, the construction, all of the installation you're doing, is all paid for with the
But
proceeds
that's right, just what we take
of
in
what you
here.
take in here. But I
That's right.
understand you also have dues
Yeah.
for this club,
Yeah.
right? You want to
Yeah.
tell me about the dues?
Well, we haven't started it yet, but we're going to. And what it will consist of is a spot on a table.
What do you mean a spot on the table?
This means if this fella here, see, our dues will be $25 for 3
Right.
months, and that will guarantee him a spot on the table. He will not lose that spot. That spot will be his.
Okay, well, I'm sure people out there are wondering when you talk about a spot. I made a spot on my table before I left tonight. I dropped some coffee, but that's not the kind of spot you're talking about.
no.
They're over here working on their
That's
cars
right.
right now,
That's
and
right.
it takes a certain amount of space, right?
Right.
And they charge their batteries here and so forth, and then they just grab any open space.
Right.
If they were a member and they paid their dues, One
They
would be theirs.
That's right. They will have their own place on the table.
If they came in late, they'd still have a
still
place.
have their place.
And there's a lot of action taking place on the other side. You can see a lot of people along the walls. And we're going to go talking to some of those people in a few minutes. Is there anything else I should cover while I'm right here that you want to mention about this car? Or anything else you want to mention?
Anything you'd like to say?
No?
Huh?
Just to bring you back to this open wheel,
Yep, just put
There
this
is
down so that
different,
camera can see it here.
there is different makes of the open wheel. Like this one here is made by Team Losi, which is a JRX Pro. They make a JRX2 and they make a JRXT, which is a truck. And this one here is, the chassis is a piece of fiberglass.
Thick fiberglass,
Yep.
yes.
And it is durable.
Now, where do you get something like this? Where do you,
You buy them in
them?
a kit.
Where?
You buy them from...
You
we
mail
buy
away?
ours- Well, you can, yes. We buy all our stuff, or 90% of our stuff, from Mike Evans.
He's over there at Plattsburgh Hobbies.
Yep, Plattsburgh Hobbies.
We're going to go over and talk to him in a minute and
And,
see what he's got to say. And he brings
right.
parts down here too, right?
Brings parts in here and he sells parts to us. And he's been like one of the family with us here. We try and treat him like family too. And
Okay.
This is what it's all about, Bob.
Right now.
we don't try and discriminate to anybody.
Okay,
We
now
welcome anybody in here.
now in today's paper I saw a picture. It said
Yeah.
at Plattsburgh Lane. That's a
That's-
bowling alley in
yeah.
Plattsburgh. They showed a track.
Yeah.
What's the story down there?
He's also put a track in down there.
Is that a club?
Well, yeah, he's got a club down there. Yeah.
And what? And
I
they
don't
race
know.
just like you do here?
Yeah.
Do you go down there sometimes?
Oh yeah, we go down. We go down sometime. But I don't race down there.
You don't have inter-club
No.
races or anything like
No.
that at this point anyway, right?
No.
You aren't looking for King of the Hill at this point.
No,
Okay, well listen, thank you very much. Okay, anything else, Bob?
no, that's it.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
get back to you and talk to you.
Very good. We'll be moving around here. We'll go over and talk to Mike now, and we'll be right back to you.
Bob, the A-Main race winner tonight will win a turkey for Thanksgiving here.
Okay, the winner of the
A-Main.
A-Main. What does that mean? What's A-Main mean?
A-Main, you've got two mains.
Okay.
You've got a B-main and you've got an A-main. That, your B-main, if you don't get enough laps to get into your A-main, you will stay in the B-main.
Okay.
Your combination of your two heats will determine what main you're in. And what we're going to do is take each one of our classes that we've got. We put it on a piece of paper and put it in a hat. And we'll have somebody draw one of the classes out. Whatever class is drawn, that class will run for a turkey.
We're a turkey. That
Yeah.
the final will be 4 cars in at that final race,
4
right?
to 5 cars.
4 to 5 cars in that
Right.
final race. And what do they usually get if they win when you don't have a turkey?
We have ribbons every week, and all mains get a ribbon. And then once a month we have trophies.
You give trophies to them, eh?
Once a month, and that's places in first, second, and third place.
Okay.
In all the mains.
Okay, we'll look over and see some of those trophies around as we go. We'll be right back. Stay with us. We are watching Hometown Cable. We're at Champlain,
Lake Champlain,
Lake Champlain,
RC Car Club.
RC meaning Radio Control Car Club.
Yep.
And we're in the old Agway building on Locust Street as you head out west going toward Perry's Mills and North Star Road area, okay?
There you
And you
go.
live on North Star Road, correct? You just go straight up that road to home.
That's right.
And you park your truck right next door and you work right next door.
That's true.
Hey, you got it made.
Oh yes.
Thank you very much, Bob. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Right. Well, we're standing with another person. I would nearly said strange face. I meant to say new face. We're talking with Mike Evans. Mike Evans from Plattsburgh, Mike?
Plattsburgh, yeah.
And he is Plattsburgh Hobbies. 2. What's that mean? Why 2?
Well,
You have another one?
My store is in 22 Oak Street in Plattsburgh, and this is sort of like my second store up
Oh, how
here.
clever.
Just on Friday nights.
Okay, now, you have a store in Plattsburgh?
Oh, yes, yeah.
And what kind of hobby do you
Oh,
keep
it's
in
a
it?
full-service hobby shop.
all
RC
kinds.
cars, planes, trains, doll houses, rockets, a little of everything.
But you come, and then you come up here with the parts,
Right.
obviously the parts that could go wrong or break, or they want to replace
Those
them.
are the important ones to carry with you.
Okay, and
Sure.
what type of, how long have you had your store in Plattsburgh?
6 years now. Yeah.
And are you a native from this area, Mike?
Not originally. My grandparents are from this area.
But with,
And so I migrated up here 6 years ago and opened the store.
oh, and you're on Oak Street?
Oak Street.
Oak Street.
Right across from the library.
Oh, on the corner.
Yeah.
Just around the corner? Are you right
if
on
you,
the corner?
If you walk out of the library, you
Go
go
right straight
across the
across.
street.
I've seen it. That's where they
Yeah.
used to have Wells' siding used to be there years ago, and I think it was a real estate office. Now, what do you have here, for instance?
Well, one of the most important things is the tires here. We've got different compound tires, just like a real race car. The blue is the hardest compound. Then we go to green, and then yellow being the softest.
And that's determined by yellow there.
Yellow.
There's a yellow thing on the inside.
Yeah, there's yellow dot, and then we have the same thing in rear tires. Sometimes you get combination, like
The rear and the front are different.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And different cars will run different combinations. You'll see every combination on a car here tonight.
Nylon lock nut.
Those are used to hold the body on.
That's that on the top here.
Yeah,
Okay, I
right
saw.
in there and hold the body.
Okay, I saw Bob take one off.
Yeah.
Okay. You sell the whole cars too.
Oh, the whole cars, the radios.
And you sell the kits if they want to build their own. You can buy them all complete.
No, they're all kits.
So you have to make your own, or get someone to make it for you.
Yep.
And then this
You've
is
got different breakage parts and electrical parts for them.
motors.
Motors I've got in the case, car stands. Every car has its own unique parts. These are RC10 car parts. I've got JRX2 car parts. Little tools to help you, like a motor holding jig. And,
Well, let me ask you a silly question. Do you sell something every night when you come up here? You sure?
Oh, yes.
Gonna come?
Oh, yeah.
There's always someone
they're
looking for
usually
something.
here waiting for me to unpack.
Okay, they're either improving or something broke, but they want to improve. sometimes,
Either one,
right?
either
If they
one.
go find out that the yellow is too
A
hot,
little bit too soft. They will go to a little
to
bit harder one, then they want to try a green.
because of the kind of track.
Right. And the way they've got their car set up. One night a yellow may work best for them, another night a green.
This one's got your name on it. Do you race?
Yeah, that's my car.
You race?
Oh, yeah, I race.
So you
love
just
it.
get
It's
right
great
out of
fun.
here and stop selling and go over there
That's
and
it.
play.
Go right
like the
over
rest
there
of
and
them,
play, sure. Everybody wishes they could have a job like
Hey,
this.
listen, and what is this here? Now what?
Well,
I
this
see
is
several
my
of these.
toolbox to work in the car. You have to bring a lot of tools. You have spare parts, stopwatch, shock oil.
Just like a
different
pit
nuts
in
and
the,
bolts.
it's like a pit in
It's
a
the
big
same
race
thing
track.
as a real race car, only smaller.
There's all
The only
these spare
difference.
parts in here, right?
Oh yeah.
That'll fit your kind of
Got
car.
front end car, rear end. Then you have a selection of tools.
Okay, there's his tools, and this is all types of parts that you would need, right?
And that's just for my car. And then down here we have some batteries and some extra tires and servo tape and all kinds of things.
So these other
Extra
people
motors
will
here.
have, and then there's a folding one. So he's got like a fishing. Is this a fishing box or a
It's a
toolbox?
fishing box, yep.
All right, then they got these fishing boxes. He got his parts, and they take his place on the table. This man's got his own spot right here. He's got to work
I've got
on
a little
his.
advantage. If I break apart, I've got one right here.
Because you got this advantage, do you always win?
No, I rarely win.
Well, I think you're just doing that on purpose. You want to be invited back.
Oh no, I'm trying.
Mike, is there anything else that I haven't asked you here that you think
No,
of?
I think you've covered
Okay,
it
wait,
pretty
well, let's
good.
look at it right here.
Okay, you didn't hurt anything
This
there.
is the battery charger.
That's a battery charger, and the battery charger gets real hot. There's a heat sink in the back, so we run a little personal fan on it to keep it cool. Extends the life of the charger.
Okay, now here's a six unit, right?
Battery pack, right?
And this says here $1.19.
No. What this is a tag that tells me it's an old bread tag.
Oh,
do
the bread tag.
Is when this battery's discharged, I put that on there so I don't get it mixed up and put it in my car to go race because it hasn't been charged.
$1.19. Cross it off your list.
Cross
It's
that
going to
off the
cost you a
list.
lot more than that.
Yeah, we're talking at least $23 for a battery.
$23 plus tax, and then you need a charger. But without that, you don't move at all, folks. So, anything else?
No, I think you've covered
Is this
it pretty
for sale or is that
no,
yours?
That's my hat.
That's your hat.
Gotta keep the chrome dome warm.
Okay. So, all right. Well, do you go to the other races in Plattsburgh?
Yes,
too,
I
Saturday
do.
night? You
Yeah.
go down there
I
too?
don't sell parts there, but I go there and race.
Oh, you're too close there. You're right in Plattsburgh. That's why you don't sell parts?
No,
there?
he's got a little shop there
He's
himself.
got his own shop. Do you
Yeah.
go anywhere else like
I used
this?
to sell shop parts
Do you
there.
go anywhere else in the county or
No,
Essex County?
no.
This is your...
I keep
So
it
that's
pretty
why
close.
we're seeing
Oh, yeah.
Plattsburgh
Yeah,
hobbies
this is the
too.
only place I sell parts is up here.
And number one, and everybody wants to be number one, is in Plattsburgh.
In Plattsburgh.
Hobbies. Does it say
Yep.
number one or just Plattsburgh
This is
Hobbies?
Plattsburgh Hobbies.
Thanks very much, Mike.
Okay,
Nice talking
thank
with
you.
you.
It's a real pleasure.
Right, bye-bye.
Okay,
Good luck
bye
in
now.
your race.
Thank you. I'll need it.
Okay.
Right here.
Well, this is the turkey. No, Calvin. This is the turkey, not that lady. Don't point at the lady. I don't even know who this lady. Who is this lady?
Robin Burdo.
Robin Burdo. Now, how do you spell Burdo?
Burdeau.
The French way.
Right.
Yes, Robin, you were telling me earlier you're working at Customs now.
Yes.
And my name is mentioned up there once in a while.
Once in a while.
All right.
It's all good though.
Listen, that's a nice place to work up there. And
Yeah, it
please
is.
say hello to your fellow employees for me. on Monday when you see them again, all right?
I will.
Robin, what are you doing here? Are you employed here?
I do a little bit of everything. I work the concessions, I sell raffle tickets, and I race.
You race cars too?
Yep.
Are you here alone? You got somebody with you?
No, my husband is here,
And his first name?
Gary.
And he's running around here someplace?
Yeah, he's over there in the red plaid shirt.
Okay. Now, look at all these people behind here. That's where they talk about their spot on the table, right?
Right.
And they're all working on their cars to improve them, make them go better, etc. And do you get out there and work on yours, or does Gary do that?
No, I only drive it.
You only drive it?
Yep,
You wreck it, he fixes it.
that's right.
That's normal.
It's a way to go.
Way to go. All right, well, you know, you're from Morse Fork. Did you say Morse Fork, or did
Right.
I hear that somewhere else?
No, more sports.
There was some Birdos that used to have a mail contract. Was that your establishment?
That was my husband's uncle.
Okay, they
He's
used to have the mail run back and
Yeah,
forth.
he's retired now. My husband has him now.
Okay. And you've been at Customs for?
Just about 2 years.
You heard I had left, so you went and applied and got a job there, so that because I wouldn't be there.
Oh, I didn't know you did.
Yeah, you sure did. Okay, well, is there anything else I should know? What do you sell here, for instance?
Oh, we have all kinds of snacks, chips, coffee, soda, candy bars.
Why do we have 3 pictures of this man up there?
I don't know.
Don't know why that is? Why do you have things like that? Look it up here. There's your Lake Champlain Radio Control Car Club. Practice at Wednesday from 5:30 to 9:30. Registration Friday 5 to 6:30. They start racing at 7, 10 to 12 on Sunday. And then they race in the afternoon. All right? And they've got soft drink and all the money, the proceeds from all of this is used to promote the club and keep the place warm
Right.
and heated. And I don't know if all these people want to be on television or if they want to buy something. If they want to be on television, they're in the right place. If they want to buy something, you're facing the wrong way.
They probably want to be on television.
Well, who are these people? Give me your name.
I'm Justina Sears.
Okay. Sears, there's a Sears here that races, I heard. He's pretty good. Huh? He's from Plattsburgh? Huh? Plattsburgh? And your name?
Julie Berto.
Julie, you know this lady back here?
She's my mother.
She's your mother. Well, don't let her tell you what to say now. Where do you go to school?
Morris.
You go to school in Morris? Oh, look at him here, there's some more. Look, we've got to move this turkey. What's your name?
Emily.
Emily, what's your last name?
Colby.
Where are you from?
Champlain.
You're from Champlain, and do you race a car? What are you eating?
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim? You like Slim Jims? They're sending a lot of those over to Saudi Arabia. Did you know that? To our people out there, somebody in Moores is getting a lot of Slim Jims. That's the Danny Favreau from the market is looking for Slim Jims and sending them over, and we think that's a great idea, Danny, and we congratulate you for it. And what's your name?
Christina.
And your last name?
Christina Colby. Jeremiah Colby.
My God, they got the whole Colby family here. Are you here to take care of these 2 ladies? And you related to them too? Yeah. Are you a brother? Yeah. Are you married? You neither. None of that family's married out there. Huh?
I'm a racer.
You're a racer? You mean you run one of those cars with one of those things in your head? You do pretty good? We'll have to watch for you to do it.
His dad.
You beat your dad? Well, I wouldn't be very bad. I mean, I don't know. Did your dad good too? Yeah, and you beat him. Terrific. You want to come in and tell us who you are?
I'm Jessica Sears from Katyville. And that's my sister.
There's another. There's families here, huh?
Yep.
From Katyville. I said Plattsburgh, and it's Katyville. Oh, gosh. All the Sears are from Plattsburgh. I thought, but they're from Katyville, huh?
Yep.
You come here every Friday night?
Yep. Don't miss a night unless I'm sick.
Do you race?
I'm going to be...
What's that mean?
It's a little bit slower than the Super Stop can.
Could I get in that? Maybe that's what I need to learn, huh? Well, listen, thank you very much for talking to me. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Right.
Thank you very much, Robin. We're at the Lake Champlain Radio Control Car Club in the old Agway building on Locust Street in Champlain. And all these people are here having a great time. And if you want to know why they're having a great time, why don't you come over here some night Friday nights or Sunday afternoons and just see what it's all about. We're going to go talk to some of the people who are on the sides working on their cars, and we'll be right back to you. You're watching Hometown Cable. I'm Bob Venn, and the program is called What's Going On Here?
And I'm the operator.
Well, just a minute. Yeah, well, give us your name.
Doreen Smith.
I recognize your voice, Doreen.
Did you?
Telephone operator, Champlain Telephone. Did you see our program at the Champlain Telephone Company that we did?
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't
No.
see it. We were there. 2 hours we were there. Oh, wait a minute.
I was off that day.
Oh, well, see, you could have been on our program. Now, listen, is this to hang clothes? That you brought your wet laundry
I
here,
bring-
and
I
then
bring
you're going to
my
hang your...
laundry.
What,
Yeah.
what do I got here? What is this?
Ask him.
Well, yeah, but you don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't want to talk anymore.
I don't know anything about the cars.
This is
I
Mrs.
never-
Robert Smith. All right, tell us about these numbers here. What are these? They've got numbers on them.
Yeah.
82.
The numbers that are on these clothespins are the frequencies of the radios that we have for the cars. Now, when a guy goes out to practice with this, what they're doing now, they take this number 82. They put it on their antenna of their gun. Now, and nobody else can go out there with that same number, because if you do, you cross frequencies and you have problems.
You'd be both operating the
That's
same,
right.
you'd have two
One-
cars doing the same thing.
That's right. Two cars doing the same thing, which one would be out of control.
So you're talking 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 plus the ones that are out there. That
Right.
many different frequencies.
Right.
And
Oh,
can
yeah.
you tune in any frequency with any car?
Yeah, you can change the crystals in your radio and your car.
Does it make your car go faster or slower
No.
depending on the crystal? No
No.
matter which one, it'll
No.
still go the same
Right.
speed and whatever.
Right.
Now there's a car that just went upside down over there. And I had nothing to do with it either. Look at those cars going around. Here they come around. Really moving around as you see them running around the track. All the Colbys are on my right looking at all these little cars running around. There's 3 Colby children here. And they're eating Slim Jims, right? And these are controlled. Every time you move the knob that Bob Jr. showed us earlier, or Bob Sr. rather, and then the antenna receives the message and reacts immediately. Now, Bob, you built that retaining wall inside, right?
Yep, we built that.
Oh, that was a little wreck
Yeah.
now. Does that
Right.
break those cars?
No, sometimes it does. It all depends on the way they hit.
That sounded pretty hard.
Yeah.
But they're still going like
Oh,
everything.
Yeah, they're pretty strong. They're pretty strong.
Now, okay, so you made that little...
Yeah, we put the center of the track in, and we put all the plywood on the walls and everything in here.
Right, and you put this inside
yeah.
retaining wall around, and you laid the carpet.
Laid our carpet.
Why do they have 5, 6? What does that mean on the floor?
That is your places in your A and B main. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and
So
sixth.
you don't start side by side?
No, not your A main.
Oh,
No.
so that really then, now those two have got locked wheels.
Yeah.
So that these people start off with a 5-foot disadvantage.
That's right.
Is that based on their number of
The way
points they had?
That's right. Yeah.
So the best one to start is the number 1?
Number
2?
1.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now it says 6. You don't use ever race 6?
We have tried 6.
That must be fun.
There's a lot of confusion.
A lot of confusion. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we even got sunglasses here. I don't know if we use those in the building. Comfort, they got them all. Here, there's things are very active. Is this an average crowd here tonight?
Yeah, it's pretty average. Sometimes more than what we got here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you come right here, Mr. Favreau. Mr. Favreau. That Berto. I said Favreau. I want to say Favreau. They all spell the same except the first letter. Mr. Berto. That's Robin's husband, Gary, just going over there, and he said he's got a bad throat. See? We'll be right back to you. We're at the Sears pit right here. This is where the action takes place, and I'm standing with Jeff Sears, the owner of all this equipment, and the dad of those 2 nice young blonde girls we met just recently on before night one. Look at this big smile on her face right here. Look at that, Dad. We talked to your daughters, and Jeff, where are you from?
Katyville.
Katyville, I should have known that. Now, Calvin just mentioned something about softball. He knows you from softball?
Yeah, we play softball at the West Plattsburgh Legion summer.
What team?
Sears Trucking.
Sears Trucking. So you're in the trucking business? You sponsor that team?
Yes, I do.
Is it true that people sponsor teams when they can't make another team, then they got to let you play?
This is it. That's the only reason.
What position do you play?
Catcher.
You pitch. Oh, I thought you were going to pitch, too.
No,
You can-
catcher.
when you're older, you can pitch.
No.
You're catcher.
Yep.
You don't have to catch many in slow pitch, do you?
No.
You don't
no,
get there.
It's a lazy spot.
A few close plays at home, though.
Once in a while.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to give any signal to the pitcher. You don't have to
No.
make any decisions like that at all, right?
None whatsoever.
All right. And you don't have the umpire breathing over your neck. He stands on the side, I understand.
Yep.
Well, Jeff, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it since February of this year.
And you have more than one car. You got at least one here. I see one chassis there.
Yep.
Or they call that's not a chassis. That's the
Body.
the body. All right. I'll learn. There's the chassis.
Right. I have 2 vehicles I run.
So it costs you $8. Is that right?
Yes, it
$5. Is your wife here too?
She'll probably be up later.
She does come up later?
Oh, yeah.
Your girls come most of the time?
Oh, yeah,
They
they're all
love
the
it,
time.
Huh?
Yep.
And you come on Sunday too?
No, I kind of limit myself to just Friday and Saturday night.
So in addition to, you race in Plattsburgh on Saturday?
Yes, I do.
So in addition to racing, it's really a family affair here because
Oh, yeah.
you're out here with your girls and they're going to start to learn this too, right?
Yes,
Very
they
soon?
are. One's getting her car there for around Thanksgiving.
She said that. Going to run in
Novice paint.
novice. She said I could run against her if I could get a car.
Well, yes, we'd
Well,
enjoy
I'm
it.
going to have to. Now, what are you doing here? I know that's a charger, and you're charging a battery, right?
Right, we're just charging.
Now, what are you doing with that? What's that?
That's just a 12-volt power supply for the charger.
So you plug that into electricity, and then it converts it to 12
Volt
Are they
DC.
always? Do they always 12 volt
Yes.
type of things?
Yes. All your batteries are 7.2 volts, so you got to charge them at a 12-volt rate.
Okay. So now you will be racing. What kind of class do you race in?
I run the open wheel. This is the open wheel car, and that's the super stock pan.
Do pretty well?
I've done pretty well, yes.
I think I heard your name here. I was up to see it a month ago or so, and after they opened, and my son wanted me to see it, so I came over and I heard something about Sears. Are you the only Sears here?
Yes, I
think
am.
you won the race that night then.
Yes,
you
I
had
did.
you had 32 or 52 laps.
Yep, 52.
52. See, I got a memory, and I didn't
Well,
even
yes.
know you, Jeff, at the time. What's Sears Trucking? What do you do?
I haul petroleum for Agway. I have 6 trucks I run.
That's pretty good. Most people can only drive one.
Well, I got enough drivers to take care of it.
Oh, right. How long have you been doing that?
About 8 years.
8 years, huh? Yeah. So you used to come to this building when it was Agway here?
Oh, I've been here, but not delivering.
Okay. Oh, you don't pick up from them here. You pick it up out of the Plattsburgh office?
Plattsburgh, yeah, the petroleum.
And then you deliver it to the homes.
Right.
Now, you work for them, and they pay you based on delivery, or do you buy and then resell?
No, it's their customers, and we deliver to them, and they pay us per the gallon.
Okay. All right. And now, how many of these things do you have? There's an awful lot of wires plugged in here for just...
Well,
there's 5 things plugged in there.
I just got my chargers and my fan and voltmeter plugged in now.
Mm-hmm. What can you tell us about it other than that? Are you enjoying it so far? You like this, huh?
Yeah, very much.
I would think after driving all week...
it's a good relaxation.
It is a good relaxation. I was talking to Bob, and Bob said he drives one vehicle he drove when he was working for someone in Moores on his own, I guess, 600,000 miles on one truck, and then he comes and does this in the evening.
Yep.
But it's a relaxation for
Yeah.
you. And it's good when you win, too.
Well, yeah, that
Are you
helps
better
some.
at softball or driving?
I'm probably better
remember,
at this.
Calvin's right here, too. He can tell me.
Yeah, I'm
You're
a lot
better at this.
yeah.
Is that true, Calvin?
I haven't seen him race yet.
All right. Thanks very much,
Well,
Jeff.
thank you.
And good luck.
Okay.
Okay. We're at another station. We're at the end of the track now. We're standing with another person. And your name?
Lee Carter.
Lee Carter. And you own a car for somebody else.
Yes.
Oh, do you drive too?
No, not yet.
That's why Bob is doing it for you, huh?
Right.
All right. What are you doing right now? Just charging your batteries, if you pardon the expression?
I'm changing gears on the rear end right now, painting gears in the drive gear.
Now, are you changing them because they broke or because you're going to try and get into something better?
Just trying to get a little bit something better.
So you think that maybe it's not the driver, Bob, that's causing you not to win, it's because of the gears, so now you're going to make him win, right? He's
right.
going to have to answer to that
He
now.
isn't going to have any choice after this. Eh?
And you're from what, Ellenburg?
I'm from Ellenburg, yes.
And how long have you been in this type of thing?
This is my 3rd week. I come down here about 4 weeks ago, I guess it was, and I got the fever. And
you came without a car the first time?
Right.
And you bought one car since, or 2 cars?
No, this here is my son's. He's not here. He had to go to work. But this one right here, I bought this one here and put it together and brought it down here. And Rob Jr. is doing the driving for me.
You want to honestly tell me what your wife thinks about all this?
I don't have one.
Oh, well, you can do anything you want then. All right. I'm wondering what some of the wives think about this. They think it's silly or what. But, you know, they do get a lot of fun. I was just talking to Jeff Sears, who works all week, and he said he comes down here. He's got his 2 daughters with him. Anybody down here with you tonight except your son? But he went to work, you said, right?
Yeah, he had to go to work down to the Beaumont down. He works down there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So.
Okay. So then you're putting this together. I don't want to stop you. What race is this car going to be in?
This is in the modifieds, the open wheel contest.
It must be nice when you come here and you race, like your car races, and they say, how come you didn't win? You say, it wasn't my fault. You had it perfect, and the driver didn't do it, right? You don't have no excuses, right?
None.
You don't need any.
This one did pretty well. First time out of the box, Robbie drove it for me. Took a 3rd with it.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned that.
Tonight we're going to be trying to do a little bit better than that. We're going to try to catch a 1st out of it if we possibly can, or at least get up 1 step, you know?
Right, but you're enjoying it anyway.
Oh, it's a great sport.
You come just Friday nights, or do you come other nights
I
too?
come Sunday too.
You come Sunday? You come for practice on Wednesday?
Haven't yet, but as soon as I can, I will.
Do you bring this home, or do you leave it here with
I've
Bob?
been bringing it home.
You bring it home because you can't practice. Well, you could practice, I guess, Wednesday, but
I've been bringing it home.
Okay, and then this is your Charger here.
Right.
They're all different, aren't they?
Yeah, they're mostly.
Did I unplug something?
No, you didn't.
Okay. This is the Charger here, and this is your own unit here too.
No.
That's here already.
By the place here.
Okay.
Everybody's got a place to plug in their chargers, lights, drills, anything else you'd like to plug in. There's a place to do it.
So you don't get up and watch a lot of the races. You're here doing your work.
Well, I get to watch a good share.
Except when someone comes bother you with a microphone.
Oh, that's great.
What do you do for a living? What's your job?
I'm a correction officer.
At Malone?
At
or
Malone.
At
I
Malone?
work at Franklin Correctional.
How long you been in the correction
7
office?
years.
So where were you before? Did you have to?
I was in Sing Sing. I've been in Dannemora, Sing Sing,
okay, so
and Malone.
You're pretty close to home now. That
Right.
works out really good, huh? You enjoy it?
I really enjoy it. I'm a transportation officer up there, and it's the best job I've ever had.
Terrific.
I drove tractor trailer for 25 years, and it didn't match this.
You're home every night too, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much for talking with us. And we're at the Lake Champlain Radio Control Car Club at the former Agway building on Locust Street in Champlain, and we're talking to some of the owners of the cars at their workstations, and we'll be right back with someone else. Okay. We got a group here again. You've met these young Colbys, all of them, 1, 2, 3. None of them are married. Remember that? They told us that. But this one is. What's your name?
Scott Colby.
You know these young people ahead of us?
No, I don't admit it.
Huh? Hey,
yeah, he races.
He races. You got a car here tonight?
No, it's broke. I wrecked
Tell us about it. What happened?
I wrecked it last week.
You're from Champlain?
I'm from
Okay,
Champlain.
What did you do? How did it get wrecked?
Oh, we had a little collision. I lost the front end, the shock towers, and broke a hub. Just haven't had the time to fix it yet.
Can you fix it, or are you going to need new parts?
I'll need new parts.
New parts for it, huh?
Yeah. Mike carries them all.
So you been racing how long?
About almost a year now.
You have been racing that long. Now, obviously this wasn't your fault. The other guy hit you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It always happens, isn't it? That terrible. It always happens
Absolutely.
that way. Huh?
I hit him.
You hit?
He hit me right here.
You were in the race too? No,
Yeah.
you are you serious?
Yeah.
And you put his car out of commission? Where's your car?
At home.
Oh, but you put his car out of commission.
Yep.
Hey, that's something else. And who we get the big fella right here? Gary Berto, I think it was, right?
Right.
And we met your wife Robin, and then your daughter is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how long have you been doing this, Gary?
About 2 years.
Can you beat your wife? I don't. That sounds terrible. Can he beat his wife? Wait a minute. Let's go back here. Wait. Whoa. Can you outrace your wife?
Well, we don't race in the same
You don't
class.
race. Oh, that saves a lot of trouble at home, right?
Right.
All right. Do you use the same car, or do you each
Nope.
have a car? You each have a car? Yeah.
She runs the truck. I've got a car.
She runs the truck. Did your daughter run? You run one of those vehicles yet?
I used to, but I don't now.
You don't anymore? You won once you're champion. There's nothing else to race for, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do, Gary, when you're not racing cars?
I'm a mail contractor.
Oh, you're on that mail route, delivering from town to town here, running back. Are you doing it out of Champlain too?
No, not anymore. I used to. I mean,
You knew my wife Teresa when she used to work the post office many years ago, right? Yes, that's the Berto family. All right. Okay, and you, when's your first race tonight?
I don't know what the schedule is.
Well, as soon as you get me off this television, right, you'll go out and do it, okay?
We're starting pretty soon.
All right. Listen, is there anything that you can think of to tell us that we don't know about this? We don't know much, so you can tell us anything.
Well, you probably heard it all by now.
You probably heard it all, huh?
Probably from the other fellows.
Are you likely to buy another car, or are you going to stay what you got?
Well, I'm looking for another one.
Can you win more races if you got a different car? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you get to race more. More different classes.
Okay, yes, all right. But you wouldn't buy another like the ones you got now, different class. How many different classes do you have here?
Oh,
I know there's 9 different races. That means there's 9 different classes?
Yeah, at least.
That way you can keep your, what do you call this, sir? Your controller?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you very much, Gary.
Okay.
So when you're going to be here, get this car fixed for next Friday, are you?
Yeah. Be ready to race next week.
What monetary did that cost you to have that accident? What do you think it's going to cost to get that car in?
$25.
70, and you got to get you got to do the work, right?
Yeah. I gotta get a bigger motor because my son's beating me.
He fixes my truck and I run.
Well, okay, see, you got to stand here. We can. Why he fixes your truck? Does he make
He
it?
fixes
He
it
fixes
while
or
I
go?
run it.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, we're gonna change pit crews though because he's beating me.
Uh oh. So you like racing cars? You like this out here? Another outing for the family here, right?
Yeah.
That's great. It's nice to see.
Family night.
Nice to see the dad with the 3 children here and having a lot of fun, right?
Yep.
You enjoying it too?
Yeah.
You got horses. You like horses?
Yeah.
Listen.
And there will be one Sunday.
They're talking.
And also, for the people that will be here Sunday, there will be a turkey ring.
Yeah.
We're talking about that turkey race we're going to have later tonight. So we'll get right back to you. We're taking a short break here, and thanks for watching Hometown Cable and Radio Control Cars. Okay, we're talking to another racer now, and this racer is from another country. Where are you from?
Montreal.
And what's your name?
Andrew Watnick.
Andrew Watnick?
Yeah.
And you come down here to Montreal to race. Got anybody with you? All by yourself?
All by myself.
Have you been doing this your first week?
No, I've been here since August.
Oh, you like this?
Oh, yeah.
You really love it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And this is your first car you ever had right there?
I've had this one for 2 years, and I never raced it. Since August, I decided, well, I might as well start racing it, and I've been racing it ever since.
How you make out?
Oh, quite well.
Quite well, eh? All right, now while we're at it, then, so you're coming down a 90-mile round trip, right?
It's just about that, yeah.
Right, now, what race is this one? This is the trucks?
Yeah, this is Grasshopper race.
Grasshopper race?
Yeah.
And what is yours?
This is a slider truck.
Oh, it's a different kind of truck.
Yes. Slider truck is just because this little piece back here can put different gears of the stock motor.
Do they check it? Make sure you haven't got the right?
Yes.
They do.
After the race,
After the race, they check it.
Yeah.
All right, now these are the people right here lined up.
These people here count the
They're the ones that have the little clickers that count the number of laps that the cars make around the track, and the winner is the one who makes the most laps in the time allotted.
Two
right?
first heats, and then at the third heat, they decide who makes the most laps goes to pole position.
We're going to see now. There's someone got it really anxious right there. Here we go. There's 4 in this race. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
That's right.
And there they go. Well, there's one that. Now, if they turn over to somebody around to just turn them back over again, right?
You have 4 people. You have 4 corner marshals, and each corner marshal has a responsibility of turning over the cars. If it's broken or damaged in any way, they take it. They try to repair it during the race.
Right.
And try to put it back on the track.
Except for being losing your number of laps, there's no penalty for tipping over or anything like that, right?
There's no penalty, but they have to keep an eye on the track for the competitors that are up there racing.
Yeah, the 4 racing are up there on the right. I think Robin got one of these up there. Yeah, Robin's on the. Which one is hers?
That truck right there. This one here, the Ford, number 86.
That's the white one?
No,
the blue one right there? That's it right there, huh? That's
right.
what Robin's racing.
That's right.
And whose car is that? Bob?
That's Mr. Smith, Rob Smith.
Yeah.
Jr.
And then Robin. Whoa!
You have the green one here.
Robin just took a little flip. There we go. And got a little problem here.
That's it. In each race, you're not allowed going in reverse.
You're not allowed. Okay, I'm amazed, Andy, is that these they don't seem to get. They hit like that. You think that would wreck those cars, but it doesn't.
Sometimes it does. Damages them quite
Sometimes, but I
heavily.
mean, but you know, right here, now there's another collision. Doesn't seem to hurt it at all.
No. These little collisions are nothing.
Nothing, huh?
No.
So the big thing in the car is your car, but mainly it's the driver, right?
It's the driver.
Keep away from.
And how you prepare the vehicle. How you prepare your own vehicle.
What do you mean? What can you prepare? What can you do?
See, some people race with oil shocks.
Yes.
Regular shocks.
Yes.
And modified gearing, suspension-wise, tires, rims, etc. It all depends also on the person, how they modify their vehicle. They have to be within the law of modifications so they can race on the track.
Right.
Each person does their vehicle to their own liking.
Now, these people have all raced here before. Is it
yes,
pretty well decided ahead of time who's going to win that race? Pretty well. You got to beat a certain person.
You can't
really tell.
No,
Is that much?
really
They're that close, huh?
The competition is intense. Very intense.
And if you get a flip over you don't expect, that can you can lose what? At least one revolution, right?
Well, one lap, half a lap, depends. See, we have one vehicle already
Yeah,
out.
I see. They're out. Okay, how many? Oh, that's one half out. What would you think would be the number of revolutions you'll be in a race like this?
On this one here,
42.
About in the 40s.
In the 40s.
In the 40s, depending on the driver and the situation of all the drivers.
Okay. Now, with less vehicles, there's less chance for collision, right?
That's right.
Because they're pretty well out now. And I suppose you want to stay as close to the middle as possible?
That's right. I try to get. See, each driver has, they call it a line. They try to figure out where to cut in to make the course shorter.
If they cut in front of somebody, there's no penalty for that?
No.
No? Okay.
It's all, it's like a NASCAR 500. It's
Okay.
identical.
That's the race now?
That's right.
All right. Well, now we're going to find out how many revolutions these vehicles made.
There you go.
All right. We'll find out how many revolutions that they made right here. Well, revolutions. I said revolutions, and I'm thinking of the war, and he said it should be laps. Thank you very much, Andy.
No problem. My
Number
pleasure.
of laps here. We'll take a guess. What's that going to be? 41. Will be the big one. 43.
Jason was 39, Robin 34, Randy 33, Rob 22.
Slow. We were off that time. We're off there. The winner was how many? How many? He had 39? 38, 39, huh? 38, 39. And that was only a heat to warm up to get into the finals. Okay, and you see that they also come here to eat. You see there's some pizza here. Mr. Carter's working on his truck. He's got it balanced on his Charger. Look at that, see? He's getting ready. And his driver's right behind me over here getting very nervous. He's going to have to represent that Carter vehicle very good tonight, Rob. We're down on the south end of the building, or the east end of the building. I forget which. I guess the east end of the building, and we're talking to
Kevin Baker.
Kevin, where are you from?
Morrisonville.
Morrisonville, New York. Can you come up here? You belong to that Plattsburgh group also? You come up here.
Yeah.
You've been here since it opened in October?
Yeah, since a year.
Were you in Mower's group also? Yeah. And I heard you did pretty well last week.
Yeah.
Tell us what you did, huh?
I won 2 trophies.
2 trophies last week. What kind of vehicles do you race? You race a truck?
Yeah, truck in the 12 scale.
12 scale? What does that mean?
It's just a smaller version of it.
But it has a car.
Yeah,
to
car
it?
body.
Okay. There's the car body to it. Yep. And you painted that yourself to make it look the way you want it to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And was that unusual for you to win 2 last week?
No, I usually do pretty good.
You do pretty good. And now this is not yours here, but you won one on this order, right?
Yeah, 2 of them just like that.
Now 2 of them like this.
Yeah.
And that's only once a month they give the trophy.
Right. First week usually of the month.
You were here you were here every night, so you did very well, huh? You got these lined up in the house now, have you?
Yeah,
huh?
they're all lined up.
Hey, listen, when he wants to buy some more, you sell them back and keep the plate. But Kevin, how long have you been doing this altogether?
Just since March or April, I just started.
So it's the driver, isn't it, an awful lot?
Yeah.
The driver, more than it is the vehicle. All the vehicles have a lot to do with it, but keep away from the collisions out there?
Yeah, that's the idea. Stay away from the wrecks. That's what usually win.
Steady.
Yeah.
Steady, but like the tortoise, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Now you've got how many of these at home?
I got 3.
You got 3 of these at home now. All right. And what do you do when you're not here?
I'm a correction officer.
Another correction officer. Oh, no, we're going to be careful what we do here tonight. And where do you work? Denimore or?
No, Malone.
You're in Malone. You're in Malone also. Yeah. How long you been doing that?
2 years.
Well, listen, thank you very much for talking to us, and this will be on Hometown Cable up north here on the 9th of December. You're watching it, people out there, on the 9th of December. I don't know if you're going to see it. Have someone make a copy for you.
Okay.
Okay, thanks much.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Bye-bye. Just like the regular races you see with the regular sized cars, there's advertising involved, and I was talking to Bob this afternoon, and you'll see there's advertising up on the wall, these posters. They're paying him a certain amount, not a lot, but they're paying him a little bit to get those posted up there. They're also getting advertising out of it, and it helps him to pay the heat and other things here in the building. Those are the 4 people in the corner you see that will put the cars back in their upright position if something happens to them. I think that race is just finishing off, and here again is some of the workstations. You've got to have workstations all around. Nearly half of the building is being used for workstations because these people are interested mainly in their own cars. They don't really care how many what the other person has. They just want to get more laps than he does. And look at the equipment lined up along this side here. And Bob was saying he'd like to have more space. They will have at the far end, where the yellow chairs are, where we were taking many of our programs down at the end of the track. He intends to put bleachers up, and the bleachers people can come in, will be able to sit up there, and as he said, there's no charge, and right with the end where the yellow chair is up behind there, so that visitors can come and watch the races. It is interesting. They go round and round, and as you see, some pretty good accidents here. And you're watching Hometown Cable here from Champlain, the Lake Champlain radio control cars. And we'll be right back. It seems like this is a family affair because we've seen 2 or 3 sets of fathers and sons, and here we're getting the son isn't quite as old as those little 10, 12-year-olds here. We have a father and son here. I understand. And your name?
Charlie.
Charlie Reel?
Real.
And?
Randy Real.
Randy Reel. And they got a problem here. Dad is fixing his son's car, or are you helping fix Dad's car?
He's helping me fix mine.
Your car, huh? And what are you putting in? Are you putting something new in?
The engine wouldn't go. We found a reset switch that wasn't put back into place.
It's not one thing, it's another.
Yeah.
Huh? I heard you got a second son here, too?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Ricky.
Ricky?
Yeah.
And is he racing now?
Yeah, he's up there racing right now.
Oh, he's racing up now. Yeah. Which one is he?
The middle guy.
The middle guy.
Yeah.
He's also another run.
Yeah.
Do you race against each other in the same race sometimes? You don't want to do that. You race against your brother?
Yeah, that's right.
Can you beat your brother?
Not yet.
Not yet. He's pretty good then, huh?
He's got a better truck than me right now.
How long you been doing this?
It's about 3 years now.
Yeah, about 2 years.
2 years. And where are you from, gentlemen?
Caterville.
You're from Caterville?
Yeah.
You're Caterville?
Line Mountain.
Line Mountain, and you know then the Sears. I've got a Sears
yeah.
family here too.
Yeah, they're friends of ours, yeah.
They are friends of yours?
Oh, yeah.
And you race against each other, though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He says he beats you every time. Is that true?
Well, yeah. Gotta admit it.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. I'm just guessing. Oh, yeah, I'm just saying he's a pretty good driver, isn't he, huh?
Great, yeah.
He's a pretty good driver. He drives all day, right?
That's right, yeah.
He's got to get better. He's right next to you here, too. He's listening in, and he's getting all your secrets. So you should get further away from him with your station. That's your problem. He probably sabotaged your car this time. You didn't know it.
He's the one who gave me the motor.
All right. All right, we're talking about this Mr. Sears right here, and when we're saying that he beats him, he's playing with his car over here. He's got the body off and getting ready. Do you guys help each other out, too?
Oh, yeah, I just lent him a motor.
He just said you lend him a
for the
motor,
race,
huh?
yeah.
Then he's going to use it in a race, and he'll beat you. Then what are you going to say?
Well, last time he did beat me.
You can always say it's your motor that beat you,
That's
right?
it.
Not him, it's the motor.
That's right.
Okay. Thanks much again, Jeff. Okay, now this guy, I've already got his name, so he's got to be a real good guy. What's your first name?
Robert.
Robert, he's got to be good. And your last name?
White.
White. I'll remember that. And what are you doing right now?
Right now I'm tightening up my differential on my truck.
Does it get loose by itself?
Yes. Yeah. So
I mean, when someone hits it or something like that?
No, because this track is so tight on the corners, it puts a lot of pressure on the differential when you go around the corners. And when you get on the throttle and let off, it works on the differential inside, and a lot of times it'll loosen the screw up that holds it in place.
They're more trouble than a big car.
Yes.
They are, huh?
Sometimes, yes.
Where are you from, Bob?
I'm from Milton, Vermont.
You come over from Milton?
Yes.
I just saw on TV tonight you guys are having trouble with your police over there again.
That wouldn't surprise
me.
me.
I understand having people resigning again. You come over from Milton.
Yes.
That's what, 45 miles?
It takes about an hour to drive.
An hour to drive over, and you've been over before?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I come over all the time.
You belong to the club?
This club? No.
No.
I'm an active. I come over enough. I should join, though.
Are there clubs over there in Vermont?
Yes. In fact, I belong to 2 clubs in Vermont.
Every night of the week you race this car?
No, just once a week.
Over there once, and then once here?
No, just once here.
Oh, you don't race over there?
Right now we're not racing because it's deer season over there, and a lot of people are coming in and out and racing and whatnot. So this is the track that's really going the most, though.
Okay. What do you do when you're not racing?
I'm an I'm a systems configuration engineer at Digital.
I can't even say that. Huh? Now, where's Digital? That's
in South Burlington.
In South Burlington, huh? Yes. All right. Then does that help you at all with your car because you know those electronic things that you're talking about?
Yeah, because that's what I do on my spare time. I repair speed controls. I repair electronic speed controls for
Doesn't seem fair. Do you win over here too?
Yes.
You do. All right. Listen, congratulations for winning and good luck.
Yep.
Thanks for talking with us.
No problem.
Hey, we've talked to Canada, Montreal. We've got now from Milton, Vermont. We've been to Cadyville. We've been to Blind Mountain, and we've got all these people, and they all came here to Champlain, New York. And what are they coming for? To see us? No, they didn't come to see us. They came to race their cars at the Lake Champlain Radio Control Car Club at the old Agway building on Locust Street. And if you haven't seen this, folks, come on up and talk to these fine people along the side. Hey, they're taking it serious. It doesn't sound like I am, but I am. But they're really serious. And he's fooling with if you pardon the expression, his differential. And he's got it all fixed now and raring to go. Yep. You got bigger springs than the others have.
No, I just have stock springs.
Those are stock springs.
Yeah, they come with the truck. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll buy secondhand springs and put them on the.
Secondhand? Is that better when you buy secondhand?
Yes. Well, what I mean, not secondhand. Not secondhand is say.
Not used.
Right. What do they call that? Aftermarket type springs.
Oh.
I call them secondhand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. I got a lot of secondhand stuff at home, and it's not aftermarket. This is from somebody else's. Not cars, though. Not cars. All right. Your car up that high? Your car is up awfully high.
Well, it's a truck. It's supposed to be.
Oh. Excuse me.
Now this is my car. This is my sweetheart.
Oh, well here, let's see his sweetheart. There's his sweetheart right here.
Sweetheart.
Look at all those little things on the side. Hope all those people are giving you some money to advertise for them on the side.
Well, I'm partially sponsored by Novak.
Are you?
Yes.
Terrific. And turbocharger, and you've painted this yourself, and you do well with that car too.
Oh yes.
What race are you in soon?
Super stock.
When is that?
I have no idea. I haven't checked the board.
They'll call you and say, "Where's Mr. White? Get over here, Mr. White." Bob White. Bob White sound like a bird. Bob White.
Yeah.
You hear that often? All right. Thanks much, Bob, and you've been very good to take my kidding.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, right. Bye. Calvin just brought to my attention that in St. Albans you got a nickname over there for that BFA team called the Bob Whites. Is that because of you?
No, I don't think so.
But they call it Bob White.
Yes, they do call it Bob
And I
White.
noticed Georgia Tech on your shirt, the yellow jacket. Did you go to Georgia Tech?
No, I didn't. I was recruited by them out of high school to play football.
Where did you go play high school?
I played high school football in Covington, Tennessee. It's a little town outside of Memphis, Tennessee, but
Were you a running back?
No, I was quarterback.
Quarterback?
Yes.
And you were recruited by them?
I was also recruited by University of Arkansas, Alabama, and Notre Dame.
Hey, and he races cars too. So did you go? Where did you end up going? I can't stand the suspense.
I ended up playing one game at the University of Arkansas, and I tore up my knee. And then I transferred to the University of Tennessee on an engineering scholarship.
Well, hey, so how's your knee now? Did you twist the knee, or what happened?
No, actually, I did everything to it possible except break my leg. If I'd broken my leg, I'd have been fine. But I tore a cartilage, I tore ligaments, I tore tendons.
Have operation, the rest of it? Did you ever have the operation?
Oh, yeah, I had reconstructive knee surgery.
You did have, huh?
Yes.
Were you quarterback at Tennessee?
No.
Arkansas, rather?
No, I was going to play defensive back.
Defensive back, huh? You're fast?
No.
Like your car?
No.
No?
I just hit hard. I hit hard like my car does.
Hey, listen. Hey, I've enjoyed this, and I'm glad we just went around to 4 different colleges. We just went to Georgia Tech. We went to and we mentioned Notre Dame. You know, was you also recruited by Notre Dame?
Yes. Yes. At the time it was Arrow Parseek, and who was the coach up there.
Right.
And he didn't come down to the high school, but he did call me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he told me that I probably wouldn't start like all the other colleges.
Yes, yeah.
Told me I
Oh, of
wouldn't
course.
start, but
Listen,
I'd
hey.
have a good chance of playing.
Yeah. How long ago are we talking about?
This is back in '79.
79, and you graduated from Tennessee?
No, yes.
Tennessee, finally,
yes,
right?
I graduated from Tennessee with an engineering.
I'm all confused between all these colleges. All right, from Tennessee, then you came up north here?
Yes.
Do you like this cold weather?
Let me put it this way: you can always put on enough clothes to stay warm, but you can never take off enough to stay cool.
Boy, I have said that so many times. But let me ask you another question. How long have you been in Vermont?
I've been in Vermont for 2.5 years now.
You like it?
Yes, love it. Yeah, can't complain.
No, Milton's very nice, and you get a nice little ride into the into the office, right?
Right.
You have family over there?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, well, listen, good luck, and thanks again for talking to us, and get fast and watch the knees on the truck. What's the equivalent to that, the springs? What's the equivalent in this car to a knee?
Oh, probably would be...
And what's the most trouble?
The most trouble is the differential.
The differential,
Yeah.
huh? But you just fixed that, so it's going to work now.
Yes.
Thanks much, Bob.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bob, you tell the girls if they're interested in meeting, they can get a car and come down here.
Hey, that's right. Look at, hey, listen, hey, Calvin's got another idea. Just a minute. You hear this? Just a minute. Hey, tell him again, Calvin.
If any of the girls out there or young ladies are interested in meeting Bob, just buy a car and come on down here on a Friday or a Sunday and meet him.
That's right. But now, just so my wife understands, when he says Bob, that's not this Bob. Wants you to meet this Bob right here. I'm Bob Venn, Bob White, Calvin Castine. We are on What's Going On Here, local TV, hometown cable. Thanks for watching very much. And it's been very interesting here. This guy's got a real nice personality. Got a bad knee, but he's got a nice personality.
Oh, of course.
Thanks.
You don't drive, Lee?
We've been here at the old Agway building, very, very active on Fridays and Sunday nights, and practice on Wednesday nights. And we've been here with the courtesy of Bob Smith. And Bob, we thank you very much for allowing us to come in and to talk with us like this.
Well, I'm glad to have you.
Well, I hope that you get a lot of people come and watch this as a result of our being on TV. And I saw you racing over there. How did you make out?
I didn't do too good. I broke a wire in the motor.
Oh, you broke a wire?
On the motor, yeah.
How would that be? Somebody hit you?
Yeah, yeah.
So now, is that a hard thing to repair?
No, that'll only take a minute to fix.
And if you weren't talking with me, you'd be over there repairing
I'd be over there working on it.
Oh, listen,
Yeah.
thank you again, and thank the family, and I hope you lots of success here.
Thank you.
And it seems good to have lights in the building again.
Right.
And it's a nice family type outing. We've seen not only younger with their parents, we've seen some older boys, the real family over there. Those are not young kids, you know. They're here with their dad, and that's great at that age. Still out here with their dad, and they're enjoying themselves, and it's not that costly of an evening. What's the average person spend here in an evening if he had 2-3 cars?
If they come down, they spend $30.
Okay, so then that's a one-night outing, yeah?
Right, that's between the cars and their eats and stuff.
They eat something to eat here, and they have themselves a good time, right?
That's true.
And well, again, we hope you continue to be as successful as you have been for the last month and a half.
We hope
and
so, too.
that your club grows even more.
Right.
And if
That's
anybody
what we
out there
need.
wants to
That's what we
learn
need.
about cars or wants to get into it and you want something, you can always call this man here.
Yeah.
He's out of town from Tuesday until Friday, but other than that, you could come down here and talk to him or give him a call at home.
Yeah. Well, there's always somebody here at night, Bob.
Every night?
Every night. There's
They're practicing racing?
Robbie's in here every night.
Okay, so he could go over here and talk
Yeah.
with him and just find out what it's
Yeah.
all about, right?
Sure can.
You get first-hand information.
Right.
And thank you very much for tuning in to Hometown Cable, and particularly my show called What's Going On Here. And it's on every Sunday night at 5, 8 o'clock, 1 a.m., and 9 o'clock the following morning. And if you remember, every other night of the week, all 7 nights, same hours, there's something on every night, courtesy of Hometown Cable. Calvin Castine with the camera, and always looking for something different. And I'm not saying Bob is different. There's a lot of Bobs here tonight. We had Bob Jr., Bob Sr., Bob Jr. We just talked to Bob White.
Right.
And Bob
Bob
Venn
Venn.
saying good night. Thanks much for watching. Say good night.
Good night.
If you'll tune in this coming Sunday night on What's Going On Here, that's 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 1 in the morning, or 9, you will find out what those people are doing out in the middle of that rug. And that's not a living room. They're fooling with some cars. You want to know all about it? We're at the Lake Champlain Radio Control Car Club.
Right.
In the former Agway building on Locust Street in Champlain. Tune in and see why all these lights are here, what all these cars are doing here. This is Bob Smith. He talked to us an awful lot, and thank you much, Bob.
We thank you, Bob.
Okay.
Let's go.